Right, okay, so we're on Wednesday morning. Cashpot's now the right way around in terms of the value, so it's caught itself up now and it's gone ahead. The only thing that I've done is recycled the money you saw at the end of part one. And we've got 50 credits in, and then we've got a bit of money there at the side, so that's where we're at. So it should be relatively living. I've readjusted the reels as well. I've just moved them over a little bit so they're back in the middle. I'd had them out to do a bulb before I started video one. Blue mode, so the person that came up with the answer for it, after a bit of googling, the answer is actually on through MU for it. So JPM Wayne, as he posts on here, or Wayne Marshall, my mate Wayne, he has found out the answer to what blue mode is, and basically all that blue mode is apparently you get a different sound effect when you get on the feature, and it guarantees you either you get that or you get offered at least one of the high value ones of these. So I'm assuming that times 10, that one at £10 stake, or the national card, which is a bit shit really, because you would have buzzed if it was an IM, but then it would have been far too easy to get, cause I got it within a video, didn't I? So I'll have to listen out for the sound next time. Let's go back and so you can see it. I have to stand at the weirdest angle to actually do this. Then it relies on me holding the camera still when I'm doing it as well. It should still be absolutely flying, really. Still after a normal Rovers Return. Which it just avoids like the plague. And I remember Cops and Robbers doesn't do that. There, you've got it now. Chances. What it used to do is give you that and then not give you the bloody feature. So it's going to mug me off. 3? Oh, 4. I can't even count. Right, let's see what it offers on a normal one, shall we? It still mugged me off. £30. If anybody listens to what Rich says in the comments as well, that rigid block stays until it's Cashpot happy anyway. For the people that saying gamble it up. I must admit I generally played Cops for the Cashpots anyway, to be honest with you. And I wouldn't tend to have a sustained goal like a lot of people would do, because I didn't have really very many of them around me, to be honest with you. The question is, will I get the jackpot out before those two hit 250? Well, they're both flying up at the moment. Every time you hear a sound like a camera shutter, it's that going up a quid, or one of them going up a quid. Let's throw some more coins at it. Trying to throw too many on the floor. I just have to be a little bit careful with the coin mech. I did manage to fix a power supply last night. So I've got, well, I fixed two, although I think one's still a little bit temperamental. I need to have another look at that one at some point today. But so I've now got 4 M1 power supplies and 2 M1 machines, which is a good thing. Big thanks to Darren from Northern Ireland, better known to you guys as Crest, who sent me over a power supply for free. Well, for free, he just said, well, you just cover the postage, basically. So I said, yeah, mate, of course I will. And this power supply had seen better days. It was pretty shafted, to be honest with you. The wiring, one of the parts of the wiring that was going into one of the bridges was like it'd been chewed off. I didn't trust the wiring at all. There was a couple of other bits that were a bit frayed, so I got rid of them. And in the end, I managed to salvage the board by reflowing the solder, and that works absolutely fine, which is great because that's in a working power supply now. They're not so easy to get hold of M1 power supplies either. It came in handy to me. I'm afraid you can't make these vids and have machines at home unless you do keep, well, I say you can, but I'd be very careful what you pick, unless you keep spares of stuff. You know, you need to have a few bits and pieces. I'm very, very lucky. I've got 2 or 3 really, really close mates. It will sort me out and send me stuff all the time. So I'd see if it'd give me a stop for the £5 instead of take the cherries. And we do all help each other out, to be honest with you. But what else have I got coming? My mate Boo, who you might see is quite prevalent on fruit machine groups, or swap groups. He runs on probably the biggest one on Facebook. He's sending me a game card for lock and load as well to keep me going while we're still messing about with trying to get an earlier version on mine. Can't imagine this board's going to be much cop. We're at the big 40p at the moment. So you'll be seeing videos of lock and load again very, very soon. There's the third one again. It's weird, that whole last video you never saw it. Then you get 2 in a row. Oh, that was shocking. How shit was that? put a few more in it. Bit annoying that you can't load it up. I still have to be a bit careful with the coin mech on this as well. I think I might have knackered the coin mech, well, knackered it up, pushed it back. So it's not taking anything at the moment. So it means I might have to pause the video in a minute. We'll see. So it isn't in properly. It is in properly, but it's not. It doesn't stick on the clips, unfortunately. I don't know why I'm holding for that. 'Cause I only want them, but see how many times it makes you hold. It is still taking them. It's just a couple it doesn't like. I won't take that one, will it? Yeah, the coin mech should be coming back this week as well, which should be quite handy to have, because they're quite needed as well. No bells anywhere, is there? I wouldn't have thought so. No, don't look like there's any melons either. Could do with sacking a few boards off, really. I'll re-push the high-low. Seems quite well controlled, doesn't it? This. Yeah, cash pot, reserve pot's overtaking the cash pot again. Another one. Think it'll give it again? That's the question. Yeah, it has. Odd, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Wow, thanks for the one nudge. Wow. I was at £8 in the cash pot at the time when I got this. £8. It's giving me more than £8. Not by much. Tenner. You can see it was going to stop, couldn't you? This will be a test of it. Yeah, it swapped tubes then. I heard it swap tubes. It swapped solenoids. Yeah, it's not taking every quid, is it, at the moment? It's a bit annoying. Never messed about on the last video. It just took everything. It could be the coin mech that's doing that. Oh, that's 50 now. Like I said, at the moment, for me, this is just a bit of trial and error, because I've never really fucking had a sustained session with it, played it long term. And the kind of good thing about these videos is because the machine's, I'd say unique, but quite I'd say like hen's teeth. I don't think there'll be many of these knocking about anymore, if any, because it's so rare now. people are going to watch it regardless of whether it actually does a great deal or not. And there are going to be some horrendous dead spells with it. The good news is it doesn't have to fly through the credits when it's doing it, so... We got cherries. £15. If anyone wants to know the year, by the way, I did get asked on one of the comments from video number 1. The year of manufacture. This is 1995, from what I can tell. Don't really want anything anyway, really, yeah. So yeah, and that's the only place I can see where it tells me the year. So 1995. A lot of them are certainly more modern machines, had it in Roman numerals on it, didn't it? Which doesn't take a lot of working out, to be honest with you, but frustrating when it could just bloody tell you. I don't even really want to look, to be honest with you. Could just be that this mech's getting a bit dirty as well. Oh, I'm at 47 credits, that's not helping. The problem is when you can only put bloody a tenner in at a time. Back in them days, they probably didn't expect people to put more than a tenner in at a time, though, did they? They probably didn't expect people to just try and wang 30 quid at a machine. So I'll see what it does if it offers it again. It's offered 3. Oh. There we go. Just going to pay something then. That is just absolutely mint, that colour. I do like it. Well, it's not offered me anything big, particularly big yet, has it? That's at £1. £10 to 1. So is it going to offer me that 10 to 1, which is a tenner? No, it didn't offer me a big feature, really, did it? So it killed me. It didn't offer me a bit. So that's not strictly true. Whatever somebody put on Fruit MU is not strictly true. It offered me the house card with double, which is shit. It didn't offer me more than that at 3 to 1, and it didn't offer me that at all, I don't think. So whoever put the thing in there about it, the blue mode, is slightly wrong. And they won't do it again now either, I don't imagine. That's the problem, I'm going to start getting screwed off on boards now, aren't I? Right, I'm going to start sacking off a few boards now for a bit. Before we don't achieve anything for a while. I might take a few gamble ladders and just gamble it up, but I won't do it for a bit. It's going to burn off 20-30 quid's worth of credits now. Nothing really topical to talk about either, is there, to be honest with you? I have managed to get out of the house a couple of times this week. I've been in my mate's back garden. Social distancing, just to clarify. Helping rip up pallets to build some garden furniture for him, which is that's my mate Mark, who I probably owe a few favours to be fair. So I've been doing that, which is sort of got rid of some of the madness and the boredom of doing nothing. I'm going back later on today to chop some more wood up. God, they're going to have to go some of them cash pots to get anywhere bloody near for a pot. I may imagine it will get to 250 by the time I get a pot out of this. I seem to think this will probably just roll it in, but we'll see. It might just gamble out, it might just offer me the cash pots when they're full, I don't know. We shall see what happens. I'd like to hope I'm going to pot it before I get the cash pots full, but I don't think I will. The only time you have to press it is when it offers a bloody hold. You can hold it down any other time. Still got a few in the bottom. I thought we were getting through them then, but still got all that lot to go. Not even got to the 50p's that I threw out the bottom of the machine as well. Just going to collect. I'm just going to burn off another 20 quid's worth of credits, and I'm going to start high-lowing it, see where it's high-low into. 3 nudges away. I will obviously be holding for cash pots. I don't know if it does or doesn't work, so with Ace of Clubs there was no point, absolutely no point of holding for cash pots, because I knew what was going to happen beforehand. But with this, I don't have the Scooby. Which was produced first, Club Cops and Robbers or this? Did Maygay copy Bellfruit? I'd imagine he did. I know the Bellfruit used this exact design for years and years and years, didn't they? And they were very well known for nicking each other's ideas, fruit machine manufacturers back in them days. Very unscrupulous. Yet little did they realise that they probably didn't need to do a great deal other than keep on making the odd machine every so often, because what they used to do is produce a new machine every fucking other week, and they didn't need to do it, to be honest with you. I assume you had to pay the designers to do something, but they didn't need to produce a new machine all the time. It was pointless. The board there we're not taking. There was some Belfru actual artwork that had appeared on one of the fruit groups a couple of weeks ago, maybe, and they look wicked. You know, the hand drawings of how the machine was gonna look when the machine was released. They're so close to the originals. They don't half look good. They made a mistake of not paying people like me to help design the machines back in the day. I mean, I did a little bit of on-the-side playtesting for Empire when I was much younger. And I might have said this on a video before a long time ago, but I had effectively what you use for MFME. I had very similar in-house ones of Empires, which I playtested Apache on. Unfortunately, that went to the wall when my very old desktop went to the wall, which is a real shame, because it would have been nice to show people what I actually had, you know, going back to the early 2000s. But I used to go to ATI as which is now ICE. It used to be both, but at Earl's Court I used to go down as a guest of their company. A lot of my mates used to go down. It's like, how many passes do I want? And used to just go and get as many passes as I wanted. Get them posted up to me and distribute them out to my mates to go and see all the latest machines. My eldest daughter, when she was really young, 4 or 5 year old, she went down 1 year with us. Yeah, 4 maybe. Yeah, I reckon she'd have been 4. And all I remember is she just came back with soft toys, sweets, like more than she could even carry. She came back with so much stuff from all the stands. It was absolutely wicked. I can't remember what year it were. I know it was a year that Do You Feel Lucky got released, because I remember us practicing the Wild Thing type feature on that. I was always shit at the Wild Thing feature on that one. I was much better at Wild Thing than I was at the one where it's sort of like halfway across the reels. I'll get rid of these credits, and now I'm going to start ILOing and seeing where the ILO is going to go to. For every bit of good fun that you see in the vids, you're going to see a lot of this as well. Yeah, reserve pot still beating the normal pot. Go on, we'll do it. See if it goes anywhere. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Let's go back to the plan of getting rid of credits for a bit. To be fair, the machine's not missed a beat so far in these videos, has it? It's been absolutely perfect. Just collecting again. I do like the fact that even in 1995 they didn't have 20p's. That would have been tedious on one of these, I think. Would have pissed me off. To be honest with you, I should have changed the stake to 25p instead of 20p and have it at 25p 250 instead of 20, but I'm not changing now. Oh fuck. 10 and 15. Lost on the first gamble anyway. Should be getting fairly happy again, you would have thought. So get rid of a few of these 50s. There we go. So we've got about, what, 2, 4, 5, it's about 14 quid maybe on there, and then there's a 7 quid in the bank. It's got a bit of money to split it with, haven't we? The Rovers Return stroke Millionaires roll was pretty shit on every single one of them, really, wasn't it? No, don't want that. Seems to hover around that 30 quid mark a lot. I'd say one of the machines I did like that Belfry made this era, Premier League Manager. That was absolutely fucking mint. That game was great. I loved that one. Used to have to go up through the divisions to get to the Champions League. So it must have been like when the Champions League only just got released that, and started, and then that was your Millionaires row. But it was the anticipation of getting up. I remember when I was really young, the anticipation of getting as far as the Champions League, so that you could go into the Millionaires row was just absolutely superb. I loved it. It's a great game. Again, very cops and robbers-ish. Great. I should have took that. I'm going to take 3 quid. I didn't really want a 240 at the start. First thing it did spin me a question mark and gave me £2.40. You can't collect until you've got something in your pot, you see, so... It doesn't have to get through money though. I mean, really, the gameplay on this is so much quicker than Ace of Clubs was. I mean, the other time Ace of Clubs was fast as if you were reversing, but you couldn't have to go through some money at this. I'm knocking that back. Don't want them at the moment. I'll try gamble again in a minute. Just not from £1. Nope, don't want it. Gonna stay off the board for a bit, I think. I might even stay off the board to start of the next video. not even bothered with a board for the majority of it, so it'll have had a good 100 quid's worth through without being on the board really, and see if it does anything different. I didn't even expect to get the nudges. It was only that anyway, to be honest with you. I was just collecting in my bank. That's Millionaire's Rawford. And dead straight away. There's a couple of these quids it doesn't like as much as the others, isn't there? 4 left now. No intention of going on the board again, so this would be near the end of the vid now, I'd have thought. I just want to try and get it in before I have to... Once I get to about 40 minutes, it's maximum recording length per video, so I have to then edit and mess about. We're at 37 now, so I'll try and get it through. I don't mind having to do the editing, it's just a matter of putting 2 vids together. Offer me 4 lemons then. So it is getting happier again. But I'm just going to burn these credits off, and I think what I'm going to do is then burn off the next 30 or 40 quid's worth of credits, I think, after that as well. You know, when we start again in video 3. That's all the money in anyway. It's trying its arse off to make me take a win, innit? There we are, it's throwing a board at me. It's like a pity board. Still gonna take the quid. If it actually lands on a cash amount. Yeah, I think it's a 3 gig limit, and I don't know how to change that 3 gig limit to increase it, if you can in fact increase it. There may be a way in the settings. Again, they probably didn't expect anybody to want to record for more than 40 minutes in a go. I'll do my wrapping up now if in case it gets to 40 minutes, because there will not be any more action on this video, and I've only got about 30 minutes, so I'm glad you've tuned in yet again for another episode of this, and we will see how many it takes before we get offered a jackpot out of it. If not, I shall see you on the next part. Come on, you stupid thing. It's going to reach the limit in 5 seconds. The good news is nothing else happened. Thanks for watching.